which I won't. Therefore, normally I would have said it was a shit house, but I don't want to say that. The columns were falling down. The plaster was falling off. You made a speech, and I was saying, couldn't you fix up the paint job up there? You know, it looked, and this place is tippy-top now, including all the brand new, beautiful stone. I paid for it myself. All of the stone, all of the different things we have, and we're bringing the White House back to shape. I don't know if you got to walk into the marble, the statuary. It's called Statuario, the statuary marble. The white, I don't know if you got to walk in there. They probably see your law enforcement. They don't want you to walk into the house. They want to keep you as far away as possible. But it's beautiful, book matched. And I spent a lot of time on bringing this house back because this house was in very bad shape. Those walls were in horrible shape. I'm looking at them now. Look at them. They're perfect. The plaster was falling off. It was terrible. It's a White House. It's got to look incredible. It's got to be in pristine. And the big thing is we're building a ballroom in the back, which will be, I think, the most beautiful ballroom anywhere in the world. You'll never see anything like it. And it'll also be very safe. It's going to be a very safe ballroom. It's got glass this thick. It's amazing. The glass is this thick, like 6 inches thick, and you look through it, and you can see as perfectly as though it weren't there. Now, how they do that, I don't know, but it's at the highest level of safety, and you won't have a situation like you had 2 weeks ago on Saturday night. We're gathered here to begin Police Week. Very important, my friends. I won about 98% of the police in this country, and we're trying to figure out who are the other 2%, because nobody can figure that one out. Figure that. And we pay tribute to the heroes who keep America safe, and they are heroes indeed. This week especially, our thoughts turn to the officers who gave their lives in the line of duty, to all of the incredible police officers, sheriffs, deputies, law enforcement officers, all law enforcement. We want to thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I respect nobody more than I respect you. Without you, we have Bedlam. Without you, we have Somalia. Okay, a fine place where we have a congresswoman who brilliantly came over to the country by marrying her brother. That was the first law she broke. That was the least of them. And she comes from a country where they have nothing but crime, bedlam, filth, a horrible place. They say it may be the worst place. Comes to our country, and then she tells us how to run the United States of America. It's an amazing thing. Ilhan Omar. It's an amazing thing how they can get away with it, and the people don't want that to happen. And hopefully you'll figure it out. But a very terrible thing. I can't stand it. She says, the Constitution gives me certain rights. Go back to your own country, talk about a constitution. They don't have a constitution. They never will. That's why upon taking office, I signed an executive order directing the Attorney General, who is doing a great job, by the way, McGee. You're doing a great job, Todd. He's been good. That anyone convicted of killing a police officer should face the death penalty. 100%. That's an easy one. From day one, my administration has made public safety and the support of our law enforcement our absolute highest priority. Last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history, to the lowest level in over 125 years. Before my father was born, I had a great father before my father was born. 125 years ago, 1900, the year 1900, Janine, pretty good, right? Probably because they don't want to mess around with you. You haven't been there quite that long. I deployed our National Guard and federal law enforcement to restore law and order to our most dangerous cities, including, as I said, right here in Washington, D.C., and as we prepare for America's 250th anniversary celebration, we're planning a large public safety surge here in Washington. We're going to have it nice and safe. And we're going to also, if requested, help other cities like Los Angeles, New York. They're fools if they don't ask for help. Absolute fools. Since I took office, our administration has made nearly 200,000 criminal arrests nationwide, a record. And we're getting them off the streets and putting them in jail, or in many cases, sending them back to their lovely countries where they came from. And sometimes their country will say, we don't want them, we're not taking them. I'll say, that's okay. Slap about a 25% tariff on their country, and they call back. We would love to have them back immediately. In addition, the Department of Homeland Security has removed nearly 615,000 illegal alien criminals from our country for the past 12 months in a row. Think of that. 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States through our southern border. And think of that. Think of that. 0. And, the people that make those charts are inclined toward being a Democrat, or a new name I came up with yesterday was a Democrat, because I was talking about this guy. I think that could be a good one. I've come up with some extraordinary names, but I was talking about Hakeem Jeffries. He's a low IQ person. And he was talking about all these things. He was saying things that were so stupid, so basic and so stupid. He called our Supreme Court illegitimate. I don't agree with our Supreme Court all the time, I can tell you that. But you can't call it illegitimate. If I ever said that, you can imagine what would have happened. But there wasn't a big stir. But he was talking, and I said, he's a dumb guy. And then I said, he's a Democrat. And I don't know if people are going to like that term or not. It maybe catches on, and maybe it doesn't, but it's true. Their policies are insane, and they would drive our country into ruin. And we've got to do great in the midterms. And if we don't, they will do everything they can to destroy our country. There's something wrong with them. The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down, by the way, by over 60%, which is a record. Nobody ever thought it was even possible. And coming in by sea, it's down by 97%. And again, we're trying to find the 3% because we consider them to be among the bravest people anywhere in the world. Anybody willing to get into one of those boats after what they've witnessed, we would consider them to be among the bravest in the world. These gains have been the result, and what a job our military and others are doing with respect, is that right, Paul, with respect to drugs coming in by sea, meaning drugs coming in by water, by the ocean, by the sea. A lot of people don't know what I mean by sea. They think I'm talking about vision. I'm talking about sea, like the sea. These gains have been the result of our administration bringing together law enforcement at every level through our new Homeland Security Task Force, including ICE, or as I call it, NICE, CBP, Homeland Security, the U.S. Marshals, the ATF, the FBI, and state and local police. They're all incredible patriots. They're incredible people. I also want to recognize one hero who exemplifies the amazing courage our police officers show each and every day, Assistant Chief Aaron Edwards from the NYPD, New York's finest. Where's Aaron? Where are you, Aaron? Great. Hello, Aaron. Good-looking guy. I love the NYPD. They're great people. They've got to be respected by our elected officials. They have to be respected. Last March, he was on duty when there were clashing protesters outside of Gracie Mansion, and 2 radical Islamic terrorists threw explosive devices into the crowd, violently into the crowd. He reacted instantly, jumping over a metal barricade and sprinting to apprehend one of the men. As fate would have it, this 23-year-old veteran of the New York PD was inspired to join the force when he saw police running into Twin Towers on September 11th. It had a profound impact, 2001. And now he's helped arrest terrorists from all over the world, some really bad ones. So I just want to say, Assistant Chief Edwards, I want to thank you very much. I've heard about your record. Your record is very legendary. Congratulations. Thank you very much. That's great. So this Police Week, we pray for the families of our fallen officers, those great, great families. And we thank the heroes who wear the badge and risk their lives every day on behalf of our nation. You are restoring the foundation of law and order for our country and to our country. You're amazing people. You don't really understand one thing. You don't know how much respect. People respect you. They love you. You don't hear that, but they all feel it. I know it, and they tell me about it all the time, as much as anybody else and more. So I just want to welcome you as great professionals, as unbelievable people and patriots, to the beautiful White House, the new and improved White House. and it's an honor to be with you. And I said, I'm very busy tonight. I don't have time for dinner. And they said, oh, it's the police we're honoring. Oh, I'll have dinner. So I'm going to join you for dinner. Is that okay? I'll set aside the Iranians for an evening. I'll put the Iranians aside and we're going to have a little dinner. So I want to thank you all. You're really specially just amazing people. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you.